RWBY Chibi episode 10. Now this is the first thing technically that I'm reviewing since coming back from my vacation in Florida. And it was pretty funny. I really enjoyed this episode. It was a lot of shipping, which I really enjoyed in this one because of course with the Chibi version they do a lot more out there, blatant things compared to the show, which is like really subtle stuff. Like it wasn't super subtle, but I'm gonna use Jean and Pierre as an example. And once again, not so subtle in this one either. But, they just went all out with the Ren Nora stuff, which I loved in this. I thought it was funny. And the clips that they had in this, I thought were really funny. Because they did the first one, and it's, of course, Weiss ignoring Jean, which was really great. I'm like, okay, so first she's just on her scroll. And it's like, alright, she's just texting away or whatever, doing something. And then he's like, we should study. And she's like, oh, I'm better by myself. And she whips out a second scroll. And then as she's ignoring him when she walks away and when she's like, maybe later or never, she's doing this and is just typing on both scrolls at the same time. I'm like, that's just crazy, which I thought was so funny. And then, of course, Pierre comes in. Jean doesn't understand because he's heartbroken, so he leaves her. And then Pierre's heartbroken. And then Weiss comes back in and it's like, oh, we're both super smart. And she gets denied. And it was so funny. And then it's like, just the whole time, Ren is right there, like, if only they can see what's in front of them. And, of course, Nora's right there behind them with a notice me sign, which I just love that. So, that was a great, start to it. And then we have the Zwei sort of painting deal. And I love the way they did that. They have Nora's sort of out there approach, which I thought I actually kind of like her the most, to be honest. But she had that sort of splotchy art style, and it looked really good. And then, of course, I love what they did with Blake. I thought that was funny. And it's like, it's why, but obviously she did him as a cat, so I was like, I like that. And then Ren does it kind of the perfect way. And then Ruby's doing the thing, and I love how they had to do the poses. Like, she swiped with one hand and then do like this. It was like a speed racer pose or something. And so she was like this, and then do that, and then keep painting. And it's like, boom. And it was just, it's Weiss' butthole. And I was like, why in the world did she do that? And it was just really funny. Like, I love that one. And Weiss is just like, okay. Well, she just walks away and it's like, it's a butt. It's a wide butt. So, that I thought was hilarious. It was like, I knew it would be something silly, but I wasn't expecting it to be like, it's his butt. And it's like, and it could have been like his butt with the tail down, but they did it like his tail sticking up and they drew like an actual X for a butthole. And I was like, that just makes it funnier to me that they decided to go that route. Because it could have just been him from the back and it was just his butt. But nope, they did the whole thing with the X and all that, so it just made it even funnier to me. And then the final skit I enjoyed as well, with Nora doing Ren's hair, and it's like, subtlety is, the key is subtlety or something like that. And of course turns around and it's just giant R plus N. I was like, yep, okay. And she breaks the fourth wall and everything. It's like, yep, basically gonna happen. I don't know if that means it's gonna happen in Volume 4 where they officially end up together or something, but I like what they did with that. They do a lot of the shipping stuff. They do a lot of pairing up. At least in the past couple episodes, they've done a lot of the pairing up stuff as far as our characters, and we got to see a lot of Weiss and RWBY was like the big thing last time, and this one was Ren and Nora, which is probably more likely to happen. But we don't really know the sexual orientation, really, of any of the characters at this point, except for Jean and Pyrrha. That's about it. So, there's really that. And, I don't know, I thought it was cool. I really enjoyed what they did with just them playing around with that idea and kind of breaking the fourth wall and making the sort of in-jokes about the relationships and stuff like that. So, that was really cool. Still a ton of characters that we all want to see. One of the first comments I saw was like, people want Team Coffee in there, and then someone's still waiting for a chibi version of Sun. And I would love to see Sun and the rest of his team. I'd love to get anything more on the rest of his team, because we haven't really seen them. And we got Sun and Neptune, but we need we need Saturn, and I can't really remember the other character's name. I always forget like their characters' names, but want to see more of their team. I'd like to see that. And really anybody that we haven't seen yet. I think the only adult, and I mentioned this before, only adult I believe we've had has been the old dude, and that's really it. So that's that's where we are at this point. But I really like this one. I thought it was really funny. Of course, definitely want to know what you guys thought about it, so please comment below. Let me know your favorite skits, your least favorite skits. And with this one kind of doing another sort of pairing thing where a lot of it was kind of it was pushing a lot of the different relationship stuff. So we had the Jean and Weiss thing, and then of course Jean and Pyrrha, and how that relationship of course panned out. And then we have the jokes on Ren and Nora's relationship. But what pairings do you guys want to see? Whether it's for shipping purposes or just because you want to see two characters interact with each other. It doesn't have to be for shipping purposes. But I would love to see. Honestly, cause it's probably because they mentioned, but I'd love to see Professor Oobleck and have him running around at like super speed. And I don't know who else would. I don't know. I feel like everyone works with him because he's so crazy. It's just really silly and funny. So it could kind of be anyone else, but maybe him and Nora in Chibi version, they could really go crazy with that. That I think I'd like to see. I don't know how. I mean, well, he's a professor. They could easily put them together, but that I think would be funny to look at. Just Professor Oobleck and Nora, that would be funny to see. Like, they could pretty much go all out with that, and I think I'd like to see that. But I'd love to know what pairings you guys would like to see, whether it's for shipping purposes, because you just want to see the characters together, or just in general, you just like one character and you like another character. You just want to see them together doing something. I don't know. We'd love to know, so please comment below, let me know. And, of course, thanks for watching.